Alrighty. Alright. Do, 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 do. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again with some gaming goodness. Today we are here with our friends Bongo Head and Dodoko to complete Natlan's Act 5. The 5.3 patch went live last night, New Year's Eve. It is New Year's Day, so Happy New Year. And we started off Chapter 5. It was pretty much just a party and us getting our ancient name forged for us. And it was leading into the big main part of Act 5. We also did a buttload of polls, getting both Mauvika winning the 50-50, then losing the 50-50 for Sitlali. It happens. It took almost all of our primos, so we were not able to pull Mauvika's weapon, but we have Mauvika, we have Sitlali. We watched the sunset animation, which was beautiful, and then we watched Mauvika's character teaser, which made me realize it was raining directly over my eyes, and it was completely, just my eyes were wet for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. It just happened. Weird weather, I guess. But it was beautiful. So we did all that. We also did a little bit of leveling for Mauvika. I need to fight that one robot maybe like a couple more times, like 12 or 11 more times, in order to get enough to max Mauvika out. But our goal today is to finish Act 5. Natlan Act 5, the culmination of the Natlan story. We had a lot of really beautiful moments with the party realizing that Auntie Atea was dead, which we kind of knew already, but for some reason they never acknowledged it. Traveling with Kachina, learning that Toto was okay and alive, thank gosh. The so we're gonna have to love. This one we can do crazy quick. As long as we don't accidentally lure in the,
Our bond is strong! Neutralize! Out of the way! Open fire!
I killed him too fast. sail. That's a jump. Alright, well, we're just gonna power through this, then we're gonna tackle... maybe we'll fight the boss. We also tried fighting that new boss, and I had a hard time with it. We just gotta figure out the gimmick, which is, I think, just bringing Aurora on or Sitlali. Let's not worry about that. Instead, we're gonna go here. And I think craft... Oh no, I can't craft any more of those. Okay. That will do. Alright. All new Imaginary and Peter line up. Alright, so let's fight the boss 2 times. God, there's so many characters. I wish there was an easier way.
Where did that come from?
5. So I need 5 more to get to 80. And then an additional 20. But I have enough purple blooms and enough whistles. So I need 25 more total. Never see Lolly. I should have a good...
I'll settle this. Neutralize. I'm going in. Get out of here. Out of the way. Locked on.
Good, plenty of whistles. There we go.
Add Ash. Thank you for Add Ash.
Okay, So if I can do this robot fight twice, I can get Mauvika to 80.
Target acquired.
Settle down.
Okay, Night Soul Blitzinger's gone.
Shadow the past. Mind to command.
Glory to which none can compare. Measly insect. You must
Bow your head.
I've got him cornered.
Let the mighty be humble.
bow before your king. Submit your soul in sacrifice. Forever hold your peace.
Pop, pop. Quickly swap back to Friends Party. Build friendship. I got 2. So if I get 3 here, we're good.
Silence. Huh.
All glory! The dead would blaze in dragon fire.
Good. As he's doing this, I'm just going to chip away.
Bullseye! Blow them all up!
Lower defense.
The tides beckon.
Locked on. Shadow the past. Mind to command.
Submit your soul in sacrifice. Scared.
Bow your head.
Forever hold your peace.
We did worse that time than last time by a good sight.
Let's fly.
Silence.
Okay, if we get 3 here, we're good, and we can level Mauvika to 80. 3. Ah.
need you to pay the price.
Bow before your king! The dead would blaze in dragon Locked on!
Settle down. Be sanctified. Huh.
I got him cornered.
Silence.
Glory to which none can compare! Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insect! Get me down the road,
Knock him down.
Method.
Take me up! Open fire! Locked on!
Alright, so now it actually doesn't matter how much we get here. It'll help for the later ones. Still only 2. Alright, so that means I need to get 19 more to max out Mauvika. Alright, so we did...
This realm.
9 Yayos 4. Scroll unlocked unique hidden landscapes, containing hidden power. Oh, that's the new. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obtain all. Those to max that back out.
If you ever...
Okay, good. Now, let's go to Mauvika.
Oh,
We can get
ow.
her to 80 now.
Where did that come from?
Should have plenty of money. Yep. So all we need is more of those. Alright, I think we're ready now. Did I have a...
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure.
I knew you'd miss me.
Anytime, any place.
Okay. I want to check something out. I haven't seen her idle animations yet. Or I haven't, like, given them a good watch. We know she does the hair glow.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
That's me. That's our name. We're the Hope. That's our ancient name. No?
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
You gotta... It's very Yang from Ruby. You know what? Do you have any thoughts about the other Archons? No. What about Zhongli?
It reeks of wine. That bard has just been through here, hasn't he? That drunkard is a disgrace to the arts. Oh. Has he tricked you into getting drunk? You're slurring a little. Wait a moment. I'll brew a pot of sobering tea. It'll be ready in only 6 hours, so just wait a moment.
Okay, nothing about... Oh, there you go. Oh. I have to complete Incandescent Ode of Resurrection in order to hear about... Okay. So I'm assuming all of the... You know, we're absolutely gonna have a trial character for Mauvika.
What are my orders?
So let's do Ganyu. We'll do that. Because they're absolutely gonna give us a
The
Mauvika.
Pyro Archon is waiting for you inside.
Here we go.
The sacred flame is even brighter than usual.
Okay. She's here. After the day of 1,000 years of waiting, the day has finally come. The war will finally end. I believe in the Pyro Archon and the... Feels like a dream. So nervous. Is she looking this way?
I don't think I'll ever forget this day.
So cool. A lot of the character models look familiar. Is that guy just in swim trunks? My guy, put on a shirt. I get it at the hot springs. You traveled here to the capital, right?
On behalf of all who never lived to see this moment.
Oh, are these members of each tribe? Collective of Plenty, Flower Feather, Masters of the Night Wind, People of the Springs, Children of Echoes, Scions of the Canopy. Cool. There's everyone.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Mauvika.
Judging by the confident look on your face, I assume your ancient name is complete.
Yep, it's good to go. Shilonen specifically reminded us to show it to you.
Oops.
Tumaini. Yes,
Hope.
that fits you perfectly.
Is that an ancient name?
I heard this is the first time we forged an ancient name for an Outlander.
Oh, it's
Seems like it
Chief.
was a success.
Why?
What's engraved on it?
Who is this professional wrestler? Who is that
Looks
pro?
like my people are just as curious about this name. Traveler, Paimon, join
We
me
see.
over
We
here.
know the old man standing right behind Chaska is the chief of the Flower Feather clan. The giant who's directly behind my camera. Right there is the chief of the Nightwind. The person next to Jalonen is the chief of the Children of Echoes. Amina, I believe, is the name of the Children of the People of the Springs chief. So I'm guessing that random pro wrestler is the chief of the Collective of Plenty. Wild. Right here.
As you can see, I am holding the Traveler's ancient name. With this name, the Wyab entrusts to her a monumental task, and this land binds us as kin. Tumaini. That is her name. Like starlight amid the darkness, flames amid the cold, it means hope.
Oh, all the fan theories that we're essentially Lucifer. Because there's so many ties to... Oh. Our name literally is the Lightbringer. We're the starlight in the darkness.
Tumaini.
Hope. After all these endless years of fighting.
Ever since the invasion of the Abyss and the decline of the ley lines, the Ode of Resurrection has protected for generations. We have lived on this land, following in the footsteps of our forebears, taking their place on the front lines. We all carry that struggle with us. And now, thanks to your efforts, the end is in sight. We have a chance to defeat the Abyss once and for all. This glory is one we share. It belongs to all of Natlan!
For Natlan!
Yeah, Tsaka! Or Ataska. For Natlan. Look at this guy! I want to know everything about him.
Our suffering will not soon be forgotten for our fallen heroes, our lifelong comrades, and all who forge the path ahead through trial and tribulation. For our homeland, we will claim victory! In Natlan, no one fights alone!
No one fights alone.
Fights alone!
To battle!
Is she using the Sacred Flame as a... Oh, yeah, we're going into the Sacred Flame. Remember, the Sacred Flame was started by the Lord of the Nightwind after the Draconic War of Vengeance.
We're here. I'm sure you're familiar with the site of the Night Kingdom by now.
Right here. Cha'ak, who received the pyrophosphorite from Waxklahun Ubakan, the dragon trader and the sage of the stolen flame. Cha'ak would be one of the first human tribesmen of Natlan, who used the phlogiston seed to create the first flame and the primal fire to ward off the abyss, which after the ascension of Xbalanque was used by the Lord of the Night to create the first Wyob.
The corrosion here is relatively mild. Once we set off, we must destroy our final enemy as soon as possible. Otherwise, no amount of resistance to abyssal corrosion will save us from contamination.
So there's no turning back after this, huh?
Paimon, what are you doing here?
Left, Paimon started to be able to see this place. It's a mystery to Paimon, too.
Paimon's powers, not to be underestimated. And Haim
The
can
sacred
just...
flame is connecting us. The moment it sent us here, it made sure your consciousness could reach us, but still, you can go no further. The Abyss also has the power to corrupt the mind, but while we're still here, I believe some of...
Don't have much time, right?
True. Come find me when you're ready to...
Okay. The war to end war. That's cool. Alright, so I have the war to end war. Let's do it once around. Children of the Echoes. Pakal? Who's pretty
You're
cool.
about to set off, right? Your bravery is like an echo through the valley, calling on us to respond in kind. The Children of Echoes offer you our blessing.
Everyone is waiting for you back at the stadium. We'll be cheering the whole
Is that the
time.
girl from the Children of the Echoes story?
The Abyss is powerful, but there's no reason to fear. We've defeated it before. Oh, and I brought Naupika with me.
Naupika, yep.
She really wanted to see you.
She was the daughter of Jalonen's predecessor, right?
Hello, Miss. Not too long ago, you and Shalonen saved me and helped
From
me
the
recover
lady
my
who-
real name.
Kinda...
And now you're going somewhere super dangerous. Yeah, she's amazing. Shalonen says a name is like a blessing, but, we can celebrate your birthday next.
Sounds good to me.
It's a promise.
That's right. A promise. Our tribe is always open to you. Whenever you choose to return, I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Wayna. Is
On
that
behalf of
the
signs of the canopy,
gluttonous lord
I offer you our blessing.
who we purified? The name of Turnfire teaches us that everything comes at a price. We've offered generations of blood and tears to this war, and now it's time to collect. We're all counting on you to take revenge, including the Mountain
During
King.
the Turnfire night,
Yeah.
I once said, "May the will of Kongamato march ever on until the abyss is stamped out." Recently, I saw him again in my dreams. My most trusted partner, Burkina. He believed this would be the battle to end all. As expected, traveler from afar. From the first time we met, I sensed something special. You remind me of someone. The one who moved Burkina
Tano?
to their side. I firmly believe you will defeat the forces of darkness. That miracle belongs to this era.
How wild it'd be if Tainok was a descender? We will answer the fire our deeds, the abyss will answer. Oh, how has something to say?
Although you are but lowly servants, you have brought us much amusement. We desire that entertainment to continue. We would get over it, of course, but if you do go die, just go without regret.
That's the nicest thing you're gonna get out of a how. Lord Kongamato.
In
that?
this place where streams and waves converge, the people of the springs gather to honor
Oh, is that
your
the guide?
bravery. Uncle Noo's here to see you off too.
Yeah.
You, young hero, are about to make history. My deeds are nothing compared to that. When our ancestors first set out on their adventure, they could
These are all
never have
from the
known they were
story
about to
quests we
found a
did
tribe that would
for the
last
tribe.
thousands of years into the future.
So I'm wondering if I didn't do the tribe quest, would these guys have not been here?
When future generations look back on our accomplishment, they too will see our deeds.
Hey, why don't we record the traveler's story on a stone tablet? Just like the one on the mysterious island.
Make sure to put it somewhere where people can see it.
Front and center. Everyone in my tribe wants you to become one of Natlan's greatest heroes. But as your friend, there's something I want even more.
Come back safe?
Once this is all over, I want to go to the hub. That's what being friends is all about. Quality time and good vibes.
I'll hold you to it.
Don't forget about our...
Chaska and either her mom or her sister.
May the skies forever be clear and bright, and may we always be free to spread our wings and soar.
War is a heavy burden, and still, we never stopped moving forward. Long-awaited peace is now within reach. I'll be rooting for you. Oh.
Sister.
We both had to make a difficult choice about family. But after our adventure together,
They
we
got covered in
finally let go of our
scars.
differences.
It's her sister.
And she came to understand my attachment to human society. Within the tribe, I found new sources of love and happiness. Koya told me she would do anything to protect that, and I would do the same. The same goes for my human family. Kuichi's father and mother. Maybe my relationships seem like a mess to you, but
I never said that.
it's okay.
I get it.
I won't
Family.
let any one of them fall by the wayside. I will learn from everything we've been through, and rise above the trials of fate to
Transcension.
become a better version of myself.
It's like you're becoming your own
Thank
peacemaker.
you, but beyond that, I pledge to be someone you can lean on in all your future endeavors.
Now, we haven't finished this yet because it's locked behind the story, the final act of this.
A revelation came
But
to
that's
me in
where
a
we met
dream,
Biram.
and I shared it with my tribe.
You are the star that will shine through the mist. The spirits bless your journey.
From this day forward, plants will sprout because of you. Insects will take flight after you, and all will turn to your will.
Seems like overkill.
I disagree. The land of Natlan nurtures life, but the Abyss knows only destruction.
Natlan is also a land of memories and legends. I live longer than humans, and in all that time, I've learned what life and death mean to people.
Are you implying you're not human,
The dead
Silali?
draw solace from the living, and the living push forward in honor of the dead, in life and death. We all leave marks on this world. We cannot let them be reduced to nothing. Yes. I'll wait for your...
Now, I gotta know. Actel.
At the end of the earth lies the primal flame. We have come from afar to offer you our land's blessing and the respect of the Collective of Plenty.
True strength isn't gifted from the heavens. It culminates little by little from everything we do. Natlan's history goes back thousands of years. Every person who calls this land home, past or present, has an opportunity, or has a hand in this opportunity. Just like the Pyro Archon's concept of time, the past, the present, and the future exist at once. I have full confidence in the outcome. Victory belongs to Natlan. I have more. A personal request. When the Zords over, come to visit us in the Collective of Plenty. That's 5.4, baby! Right. Varessa and I will show you all our customs and fun activities. Varessa, in the 5.3 live stream, we saw a bunch of silhouettes for upcoming characters that are coming out in the future 5-point patches, including a bull woman, who is the second from the right, and most people believe that to be Varessa, who's a competitive eater from the Collective of Plenty. So many people believe Eon-san's going to be a 4-star, and Varessa is going to be a 5-star.
Are you ready, Traveler? All right. Before we face our final enemy together, we need to split up. I'm sure you remember the Abyss tumors from the previous battle. Our final enemy has a core that possesses similar qualities. It's hidden somewhere in the night. Since I'm more familiar with this place, I'll go find and destroy this core, while you go straight to the enemy's lair. We can reconvene there.
My big question is, are we going to go fight Gasoithoth? Or a manifestation of him, the dark entity that appeared in the sky during the war? And we were fighting fragments of him, which were the super abyssal tumors. If you're interested at all in lore, Ashokai put out a video hypothesizing that Gasoithoth, which is clearly an eldritch take on Yog-Sothoth from Lovecraftian horror, whose body was always represented as a dark sun, which kind of fits the black sun eclipse motif of Khaenri'ah. That maybe that Khaenri'ah worshipped an elder god who is like, because you know Khaenri'ah is a land without gods, but it's more direct in saying that it's a land without archons and in defiance of the Celestia and the heavenly principles, because they worship something outside from beyond the false sky, like an eldritch being like Gasoithoth.
All right. Then it's time to... All of Natlan is behind us.
Just
so let's gather our courage, and no one fights alone.
Mauvika already left, so you should get moving. Oh, Hyman still remembers her promise. Hyman's not some kid who's afraid of the dark. She's gonna be brave this time. Always. You're not in this alone. We'll be with you in spirit the whole time.
By the time you set out, she's already made her way to the heavily contaminated part. There we go. Trial Mauvika. So this is a C3 8811. Following a 14th round of modifications, Jelona made Mauvika's request. The latter's Flame Strider finally gained the ability to manipulate religion and travel on spirit ways.
Something feels familiar.
Frankabert, Emissary.
Not bad.
Wonder what would happen if I pop Raiden Shogun and then pop that and have both the Electro Ring and the Pyro Ring behind me. Hine.
Hey, sis. It's been a long time. This form is probably what I look like in your memory. Actually, we already met in one of your dreams, didn't we? But you never told anyone.
Was that the teaser?
Out of all the awakened souls, I was surprised you were one of them. After all, it's been 500 years.
Yeah. I'm sure my soul has been reborn many times by now. But that doesn't mean Hine is gone. If the past, present, and future exist at once, then it's only fair we get to meet again.
You're right. It's too bad we don't have more time to talk.
Your plan is almost at the final stage. I knew it. When you set your mind to something, there's nothing you can't do. No. Oh, I really wanted to help you in this era. Back then, I said I'd come find you one day. But I failed.
You didn't fail.
Wait. Then the paper frog I made?
We saw the character teaser.
Yes. And your architecture manual as well. The family.
I'm so glad. 500 years is a long...
No. They never forgot their debt to you. I learned a lot about you from the...
Sounds like I placed my trust in the right people. Everything I wrote, though, it's probably outdated. Oh well. It's been a long time, but I lived a really happy life. I dedicated my career to helping those without a home. I didn't have time for love
This is really sweet.
or for myself, but I didn't care. There are so many things in this world that deserve to come first. You never took time for yourself either.
No. It wasn't necessary. Besides, I made my choice. In the end, the method you used to transcend time was much more than a simple paper frog. You sent your love across time.
This is sweet.
So let me say this, Hine. I will love you. Forever and always.
I know that. Mom, Dad, and I...
All right. I need to head out. Another hero is waiting for me.
I believe in you. For Natlan.
Oh, that was so sweet. Okay, meanwhile.
May I... La la la.
Don't worry, we're here to help.
Atea?
Souls, I call on your benevolence to heal our hero.
The abyssal pylons are being protected by some kind of power. They can't be destroyed right now. Taking care of these monsters first might give us an opening.
Windblade.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
I didn't know I could do that.
Is that the real...
Hello, Miss Traveler.
Oh god, that was the real Nichka. The girl who passed away in the, in the Children of the Echo story quest.
You remember Tlasoli, right? She's my mom.
Yeah.
And well, she did a lot of bad things. I saw her in a dream. And she said, Napika, all those people who lost their memories, they're the ones who deserve apologies.
I'm gonna take Bongo
Not
ahead
me.
and put him on my lap. And Dodoko.
Nichka told me all about what happened, and this was my advice. Even though we can't undo our mistakes, there will always be opportunities to make up for them.
I had a good talk with my mom in that dream, and she agreed to lend me her power. My mom made a lot of terrible mistakes in the past.
You're a very
Huge
talented person, Nichka.
It's okay. We still managed
This
to
is
do
literally
something
tying together all
important
these
in this
disparate
place.
quests that we did.
Good luck, Traveler.
You can leave this place to us. When the monsters attack again, we'll fend them off.
Mulan,'s over there. Like,
We got to see each other in a dream. And that's enough. The square makes it possible to connect the living to the Night Kingdom. If the Abyss starts to corrode that area, its forces could once again surge into the land above. It pains me not being able to see Mualani again. But if I can do something to... Mualani will grow to surpass...
You're pretty cool. Ooh, yay. Seems like the mist is feels suffocating with the missile power. Oh, here we go.
It's you. I knew you would come.
Vichama, and is this his friend?
Again.
Malco, yes.
Remember me? I'm Malco. We met when you came to rescue Kachina.
He found him.
Hold on to my human form back then.
He found Malco.
Vichama told me about the horrific battle on the surface, but now the souls of the Night Kingdom have been revitalized.
More importantly, after everything, we finally get to fight side by side again. It's all thanks to you and Sitlali.
Running into you here is a surprise.
The path ahead has been heavily corroded by the Abyss. Navigation will be tricky. I can help.
I'll take care of recon and combat. I was in a bad place when you met me. Come on, follow me.
Of course. It's dangerous out there, so stay close. More monsters! Leave them to me!
I've got your back!
Probably should have brought one Natlanese person.
Yes!
Kokuik and Bona!
Come on, time to teach them a lesson. We're the Flower Feather Clan's top adventurers. Let's show them what we're made of.
Bona was the explorer of Ochka
You're
Natlan.
as strong as ever.
And Kokuik was the reincarnated soul of Och Khan, the tyrant of Ochka Natlan, after he realized his mistakes and his father, the Sage of Stolen Flame, the dragon Zabla Khan Ubakan, something like that, separated his body, which was that evil purple dragon, and corrupted his body and turned it into the Fell Dragon. Then Och Khan separated himself from his body and stored himself inside the heart of the Dragon Lord Kukuel, whatever, the giant one we saw imprisoned and became Kokuik.
Who are these two?
An amazing adventurer and her companion.
You said it, not me. Everyone here's amazing. So of course that includes me and Coco. We all have our own journey, and we need to see it through to the end. Not all adventurers go down and... But right now, it's safe to say we're doing something...
Definitely.
Then let's go. We're all... I know your guide fairy and little one couldn't join you here, but I'm sure they're still with you in spirit.
Your guide fairy. Oh my god, we have Kokuik literally with us? It was cool being with Kokuik because it reminded me of the... Void Obliterator Bubble.
So strong. The power of the Abyss is protecting it. It's almost impenetrable.
Leave it to me.
Guthred.
Time for the Abyss to face its reckoning.
Friggin' Guthred.
That was amazing. Judging by your clothes, you're not from Natlan, are you?
I've never seen a soul like you in the...
But the Night Kingdom doesn't...
You're Guthred.
Yes. Although, rather than a soul, it would be more accurate to say that I'm a story created by the people of Natlan. I was his most trusted second-in-command.
Thrain.
500 years ago, we fought against the Abyss together, and I sacrificed myself during battle. The shamans of the Masters of the Night Wind recorded my story on a woven scroll. Even now, many in Natlan know.
So you're him, but also...
That's right. What you see is the me from the story. It was in fragmented memories of my life that I finally began to Unlike my righteous and noble commander, I was obsessive and cruel. An approach I believe to be more efficient. Our differences caused many an arguments between us.
No wonder you were ready to sacrifice Aurora.
You tried to... I will stop at nothing to protect the most idealistic and righteous among us, or the most fragile. So I must protect his edge. That is what the glory of Conria means to me.
Even though he's a stranger to you now, do you still believe in him?
I do. I have my reasons, as do all who believe in something. Due to the limitations of the ley lines, we can go no further. The enemy's left.
But don't worry. All the souls of the Night Kingdom...
You will become the hero of a new...
You're a special one, traveler.
The light will continue to guide you
damn.
through the endless darkness.
Thanks, Ochkon.
Go now. This time, we shall prevail.
Again, the founder of Natlan.
The show begins!
Heal up. Again, there's a lot of draconic statuary down here. The road has collapsed. The structure above seems intact.
traveler. It's me, Koichi. Need some help? Doctors can be really handy in an emergency.
Koichi.
With your special powers, you should be able to make it through this. Go now! Huh? What was that? I felt shaking all of a sudden.
Could it be that Mauvika wrapped up everything on her end?
I was wondering where she went. Well, that just means we've got even less time to waste. I never liked causing trouble, and I definitely don't want to be the one who holds up the Pyro Archon's plan.
Koichi, you went to see Chaska, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm really glad she fulfilled her mission. All those years of worry. Anyway, that was enough for me. Back to the natural order of things. All right,
really strong, Koichi.
Enough about that. I would say our nation's future is looking very bright. Go now,
Now it's bird time, baby. Here comes an attack. Gotta focus. Cool.
You can do this!
So friggin' sick. Secondary domain, that's right. Not currently in Natlan. The Night Kingdom, I guess, is technically far below Natlan.
I trust.
I acknowledge.
I welcome.
I follow.
That's a Burkina like when we grow older.
With. Tenoch, the one and many.
Tenoch, the one and many.
Let my people light up your path.
Lord of the Night.
Mauvika is just up ahead.
You all Takun.
Now, go and bring forth a miracle reserved for the divine.
They're taking up Sealy Quartz.
We know as humanity.
I miss Sealy. Go to where Gasoithoth is. Looks like Mauvika's already there. Oh, cool.
It's too late. Resistance is futile.
Jumakul was one of the previous Pyro Archons, right?
Extinguished, for the world will always fall to darkness.
Cochinina was the, was the Pyro Archon who defeated the Volcano Lord and helped create the people of the Springs, or create their homeland. We saw one more name on that.
Fire shall be this nation's tomb.
Cool.
War is nothing.
And Dengue, that was it. And then the last name we heard was Jibalanque. Ah. Here we go. Cutscene time. Yee! Hydro. She just cut a laser beam in half. Oh, Mauvika, you're so freaking cool. We're literally fighting an outer god.
If you so yearn for the agony of death, then bow down to its true appearance!
Right, the Abyss are at their strongest when they're taking forms and memories. And that has to be the form of Jiakuavo, the Pyro Sovereign.
You who traverse the stars, fear not. Natlan has placed its trust in you. Descender, ignite your fire, the hope that burns within.
Yes! Finally! Yes! Okay, just straight up C6. When opposing the Lord of Erodial... Oh, wait. Are these... Don't tell me it's only going to be during this fight. Don't tell me it's only going to be during this fight. When opposing the Lord of Eroded Primal Fire, incarnated by Gasoithoth, while the Blazing Threshold or Scorching Threshold is active, the Traveler's attack increases by 40%, and they take 40% less damage. Their interruption resistance is increased. The Everlit Candle. When opposing Gasoithoth, in Night Soul Blessing, after the Traveler hits an opponent with Pyro, their resistance goes down by 20%. And that stacks twice. 40% damage bonus. When using Elemental Burst Plains Scorcher, all nearby party members restore 40% max HP. Crit rate is increased by 20, crit damage by 40. Night Soul Blessing Traveler's movement is increased by 20, stamina decreases by 30. Normal and charge attacks send flaming waves.
I have witnessed the light of this flame dozens of times. Once the bliss, night will return. Failure. 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 Failure.
Let me pop a Pyro Resistance. Yeah, I'll also pop that. And... Like, I'm leaping over that. And it didn't matter. What is the range on this? I really want to fight him normally to see him.
it's futile.
Xbalanque.
All will be mine to seize, devour, destroy.
Watch out, Traveler!
So again, it was all story. I mean, whatever.
All will be mine to seize, devour, and destroy.
He's speaking with the voices of all the previous Pyro Archons.
Face your fate.
Your long journey shall end in vain.
You never want to stop,
With
so...
borrowed celestial power, your destruction is in...
You march to an end you cannot change. Millennia of struggle, all in vain.
It's all void beasts. All the wolves of Reindatir.
The lives of the Descenders are more valuable than you can imagine. Destroy this world's hope with your own hands!
If I was fated to fail, then why do you fear?
Ah!
We embark on a pilgrimage for the wishes of the people. We choose to battle, to earn a glorious name.
I really wish we got to do the fight proper, you know? That's just me.
And in the end, we burn to cinders for a dream. And so this cycle continued.
Is there a throne up there? Is that like the divine throne, or maybe just a manifestation of Xbalanque?
My fate is to bring this journey to an end, once and for all!
Prototype Rancor.
Listen.
Did they lose? No, it can't be.
Come on, Paimon! Cheer! Cheer, Paimon!
We are the inheritors of memory and legend! Those who grew alongside sun and wind!
Those who forged our own destiny and future! That is Natlan's fire! The lifeblood of our nation!
Okay, this is cool. Aww. Oh, they're literally singing. No voice lines for Sarah? In the beginning there was darkness, until someone set themselves as flame. To the universe no light. The Lightbringer.
We won't give up hope.
We'll march forward together.
This is where we forge our future.
Really
With
bummed.
our own 2 hands.
Cool. Really wish the Traveler was voiced, but yeah.
Even after one of my attacks, the flames of hope still burn within you.
So I thought Dragon of Manifest Erosion.
Fear comes darkness, and with darkness comes dominion. In darkness the world was born, and so it shall return.
Ripped off half the stage.
Full throttle. Pyroclastic surge. Rev the engines. Come, join me in the eternal night. Light it up, your suffering. Full throttle. Wrath from the sky.
Bring forth the faith of the 6 tribes and bestow absolute freedom upon our
angels, vanished clean. You should have long since been.
So that's the Lord of the Night.
We need to purify the totem poles.
Nightwind and Scion. No matter the cost, I believe in her to the very end.
Her soul is noble and pure. Hero is just her starting point.
Again.
Why do you struggle when you are so weary? Why must you seek pain? No one fights alone.
You toil in vain, and your blood is a worthless sacrifice.
So his voice is just the voice of the previous Archons.
And see the world beyond the sky.
Wherever she calls home is a place of freedom and warmth.
You toil in vain, and your blood is a worthless.
Burn through the endless night.
Curse you!
Something.
Enough, you foolish pests!
So I assume it's gonna be Jalonen.
I admire her wisdom. How she always lives in the moment. Being her friend makes me so happy.
Reuse the same animation for a 4th time?
We will take back Natlan's future!
Every adventure can be stressful and scary. But with the Traveler around, there's always hope. There's no challenge too great. As long as we're together, we can do anything. We will never, ever, ever stop moving forward. Because that's what it means to be best friends.
There we go. Okay, final. Oh god, that looks cool. I wonder if Ether was voiced. I'm probably gonna go watch the scene to see if Ether was voiced. I really hope they go back and retroactively add the voice to this. And I'll... No one died yet. To get back, do we pray? Hop on, traveler.
Hop on.
These cutscenes are really good. we went in front of the black bars? Again, Paimon's been some of the best part of the Natlan quest. I truly believe that. Your friends cheer for your return as the people of Natlan celebrate your victory. In the interest of safety, you allow a doctor to check you for signs of abyssal corrosion.
Unbelievable. No signs of abyssal corrosion. Huh, in that case.
That means there's officially... You won! You actually won! Is that all Paimon is to you?
You did it again, Traveler. Your strengths are remarkable. Now Natlan's finally free of the threat of the abyss.
Welcome back, great hero.
We should record it on a woven scroll, too. That way your story will be preserved in my tribe for generations to come. I'm sure the grannies and gramps back home are already on it.
Amazing job, Traveler. Becoming the first Outlander with an ancient name.
The Lord of the Night was right to place her...
The most important thing is that you made it back. You came up with a rescue plan? Well,
good job, Kachina.
The Traveler already saved me.
I don't think it would be so simple, but still. If something did happen, I'd come for you too, no matter what
Couldn't
it took.
have said it better myself.
Bravery aside, I try not to act on impulse, but I suppose there's an exception to every rule. Before you praise me too much. In the ley lines, I encountered many souls of the dead. I could hear everyone rooting for me from above.
Really? Who did...
I saw Atea, Vichama, Koichi, all 6 heroes from 500 years ago. Not to mention, I heard the messages you left for me in my ancient name. Oh, is that what we heard at the end? I have to thank each and every one of you. Without your help, I never could have defeated an enemy as strong as the Abyss.
So, you heard every-
Those messages became part of your name during the forging process. I just...
To think you heard them, that's a little
Hey, what's
embarrassing.
embarrassing about being your friend makes me so happy.
Good one, Koichi.
Things are looking lively over here.
Going good.
Great. The preparations for your celebration
I
ceremony
still think there's got to be
complete.
a turn. You know? It couldn't have ended this well.
Ceremony?
According to tradition, we hold a celebration ceremony for our most outstanding warriors after their final pilgrimage. In most cases, outstanding means warriors who earned more than 20 victories. It's an exceedingly rare honor.
We haven't held one of those ceremonies in a...
True, but given the traveler's exceptional contribution to this victory, let's head to the center of the stadium.
Ooh. Wait,
Camera. This calls for a camera.
Slow down! Mauvika, if this ceremony is to celebrate defeating the Abyss,
I mean, I don't
you
know.
deserve the same honor?
Again, I really don't know how I feel about that
What's the point of holding a
one.
victory feast for yourself?
I do feel like the story
Besides, I'm
has
already the
a lot
Pyro
of really
Archon.
cool parts.
That's enough honor for
Some
a
very high
lifetime.
highs.
Let's
But
go. Everyone's waiting for us.
I just don't think it reaches anywhere near as high as Sumeru's highs or Fontaine's. I put it on par with Inazuma. Maybe leeway.
Today, Natlan's long struggle against the Abyss. Many fought for this day and gave their lives for this cause. We must not. Her ancient name, Tumaini, will be immortalized in the history of Natlan. From this point on, there will be no more Night Warden wars, and I pray the Ode of Resurrection will never again need to bring back the fallen. We fought for a singular purpose: peace. The funeral to commemorate the fallen will be held on a later day. In the meantime, our hero will embark on a parade of blessing and show her the warmth and gratitude of our people.
Yeah!
Go on. Now that the thread of the... I'll take care of...
Okay, we'll look for...
Okay. Receive the crown? The what now? Hey, what's up?
Just a moment, great hero. Before you set out on the parade of blessings,
we bestow these gifts to every hero who receives this honor. They are proof of your bravery and strength, and mark you as a role model.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for saving us from the Abyss.
Now, the person who has the honor of adorning you with these gifts is none other than one of Natlan's most outstanding.
Chaska's gonna crown us?
Oh, it's just someone we know.
You seem
Paimon.
disappointed.
By someone we know, Paimon meant a cherished comrade.
It makes this moment even more special because we're already friends.
Well, both in a personal capacity and as a representative of all warriors in Natlan. May your flame forever burn, pure and bright.
With us by your side, you'll never fight alone.
time to embark on your parade of blessings.
Hey, hero! We're here to guide the way.
We still have red. That's a good sign.
Great hero! Could you look this way for a sec?
Pose for picture. What's up? Ayo! Touch!
Hey! Stop running around! You're blocking her way! Yeah! Enjoy the parade!
Over here! Over here! Quick, take a picture. We can turn it into graffiti.
People in Natlan, you get
As
something
the
special.
sun shines down on our nation! Another victory for Natlan!
Great hero. Could
That's
I
the
have a moment of
announcer
your time?
from the first tournament in Act 1 of...
A lot of people here really look up to you, and you don't mind indulging.
Wow. Look at all the... That doesn't sound like too much to ask, right, Traveler?
All right.
That's right. The photo booth is this way, and the parade of blessings will continue in that direction.
Over here! Over here!
It's the great hero! Quick, get ready to take a picture!
People are lining up to take pictures with us.
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Oh, that pose is perfect!
Such a precious memento.
Wow!
Okay, line isn't that much
great.
longer. We're good.
Can I have one more photo? Just one?
Sorry, only one photo per person.
It's okay. One is...
Oh, look over here! Perfect! This is going straight into the next issue.
Thank you, Hero. Thank you so much.
All right, that's all the film. No more pictures, Huh? We can't keep our great hero here forever.
There's only 3 more people.
Everyone's so enthusiastic. Paimon bet she can make a small fortune by selling photos of you to people in...
Hi, Mom. Let's do it.
There's a bunch of people waiting for you here, too.
Thank you for indulging everyone.
Woohoo!
So this is the aura of a
Is
hero.
here.
All right, Watuni, let's do some autographs.
Line up, everyone. Single file.
Go all the way around.
Thank you.
Hey, Herb, Happy New Year.
I'll treasure this for the rest of my life.
How you doing today? La, ba.
The hero's autograph? I actually got the hero's autograph?
Starting to hang out. Let's go for a few
All
more.
right, last one. Thank you for taking the time to sign those autographs.
This year flew by for you. It felt like 6 months. Yeah, parts of it really did fly.
Sorry to bother you, great hero. I'm a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. I know everyone.
Every ancient name has a... Usually, the Wyab reveal those mantras to our chiefs in a...
Oh, you mean like the lines the 6 heroes recite? But, where do they come from? Is it something you...
In the beginning there was darkness, until someone set themselves aflame. Only then did the universe know light.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's the final element of your ancient name, right? That means you've been completely accepted by Natlan's ley lines!
From the Lord of the Night herself? Legendary.
Tumaini! Tumaini! Tumaini!
Wow, you're here too!
Hi, and all the
Bunch of
baby go.
friends!
Aw. I made a bunch of friends.
Look, they're dancing!
Come on, guy.
For
It only
music,
really
for the
slowed
sing-
down when... Oh, I hear ya.
It's the great hero! Please,
I mean,
come
I
dance
had
with us.
a lot of gaming this year. I did a
Oh.
review. I
What do
did
you
a
think,
review of
Traveler?
my
Should we join
year in
them?
gaming. Earlier yesterday, where I ranked every game. So I had a lot of very cool gaming this year. Some really great moments with friends. I did a lot of small trips. A couple of cons this year that were really cool. That was good. Yeah, none. It was not my best year, but just dancing minigame. Okay, out of nowhere. Don't let Nintendo see the with all the little not quite Pokemon. They're pals from like Pal World. That's what it is.
Hey, not bad.
Let's hear it for our
For music and for this.
Oh.
We now arrive at the end of the Parade of Blessings. Let us offer the Woohoo! Yeah!
That's a hero's welcome if Paimon ever saw one, Trap. You deserve it, of course, considering the risk you took.
Traveler, Paimon. Finally.
See, Molly!
Never mind that.
All right, here's the other shoe. Again, everything was
I
going
went
too
to
well. and it
revisit
was
the
just a little
revelations
too...
in my dreams as soon as you came back, but I couldn't fall asleep just anywhere. I needed somewhere private. Anyway, that's not the important part. It's about Mauvika's death.
There you go.
Her fate hasn't changed at all.
What? Didn't
We
you
both
defeat
made
the
it
bad
back.
guy behind all this? Does that mean the war isn't over?
No. The disaster is over. But my dreams, that's why I came to find you. Where is Mauvika right now?
She said she was going to restore the Night Kingdom. Compared to fighting the Abyss, that should be pretty easy, right?
After all, the corrosion should be gone.
Easy? Not so much. We can't restore the ley lines without the Lord of the Night. And the Lord of the Night is weak right now. She told us that herself, remember? I'll admit, restoring the ley lines is simpler than reconstructing them entirely, but it's
You got a
still no
point.
easy feat.
Otherwise, Mauvika wouldn't need to get
True.
involved.
If the Lord of the Night could restore the ley lines by herself, all Mauvika would need to do is tell her we won.
Not even that. The Lord of the Night knows. Point being, this matter is far more complicated than the Archon made it out to be. We need to get to the... Mauvika
Why
has
would she hide the
accepted her
truth?
death, remember? For her to let someone else dictate her end, she must think the outcome of her death is worth it. The moment Mauvika used the Ruler of Death's power, death was demanded in return. Not necessarily as repayment for her aid, but as a rule, that means Mauvika doesn't have to just sacrifice herself to the Ruler of Death. She can still use her death to get something in return.
Like dying for a cause. Ah.
Let's get going! Where do you think she...
The Lord of the Night should now be able to appear anywhere in Natlan. What we need to know is where the Ruler of Death can be summoned. According to the Lord of the Night, the Ruler of Death is one of the Shining Shades, an extremely elusive figure. Even woven scrolls dating back thousands of years have nearly no mentions of her.
It was technically 6,000, close to 6,000 years ago, when they first appeared. Mauvika once met Xbalanque.
Right! Xbalanque created the rules of Natlan by borrowing power from the Ruler of Death. Wait, do you think Xbalanque could have met the Ruler of Death in Cinder City?
It's very likely. After all, Ochka Natlan was built on the site of a previous dragon city. It's known as the first city of the Pyro Archon.
Alright, then let's head over...
It's not easy to get there, so follow me.
It was
I'll
built
take
on
you.
top of a dragon kingdom after Xbalanque's rise to Archonhood, after he defeated Giaquaddle. Oh yeah, I know my Genshin lore. What?
Man, this place really is hard to get to. And, Paimon wasn't the only one who saw that. weird thing up there, right? All those eyes inside of it? Talk about creepy.
I believe that's how the ruler of death keeps an eye on Tevat. Quick, this way. We're almost there.
So, the ruler of death is one of the 4 shining shades created by the primordial one. Gasoithoth, who is based off the H.P. Lovecraft Yog Sothoth, was the Dark Moon, or the Dark Sun. I believe this might be more accurate to call this a biblically accurate angel. Right? Because that's what the shades were. They were the angel, like archangel creations of the primordial one. So if that's the manifestation of the essentially angel of death,
Look, it's Mauvika!
I have grown weary of
it is
the
Renova.
endless
There you
wait.
go.
The fate of this land is of no interest to me anymore.
However, you humans managed to meet the expectations of the heavenly principles. For that result, you deserve praise.
Yeah, so we're actually talking to one of the shades. The only other shades we know about was the Shade of Life, who created Egeria, the previous Hydro Archon. And they were responsible for creating the majority of life that's now on Tevat. And Easteroth, the god of time and wind, who once helped Venti become an Archon who was once worshipped by the people of Mondstadt.
Mauvika, as the price for using my power, I shall now bear witness to your death, and with you, the war that your nation has waged for more than 1,000 years shall meet its end.
Mauvika! You got here sooner than I expected.
What are you...
Closing the final chapter on the plan that has consumed Natlan for 500... No. For the entirety of our history.
That's true, because it was, because we don't know when the ley lines of Natlan were destroyed. It was either during the first war between the Dragon Sovereigns and the Primordial One, or during the Draconic War of Vengeance. Oh, absolutely. It's goofy as heck, but...
We've eradicated the Abyss from Natlan.
I'm a lore hound. I love lore.
But its power remains in worlds
and the lore
beyond to that.
Is really
Tremendous and unyielding. Only by completely restoring the Night Kingdom can we defend against its corrosion in the long run. But the architect of the Night Kingdom is near her end. She lacks the power for such a task, and worse still, if her life force is depleted, the rules of Natlan, we have no need for the Ode of Resurrection right now. But it remains Natlan's strongest defense should the... So, you're planning to...
refuel the Lord of the Night.
Yes. My plan is to once again place my life within the sacred flame. 500 years ago, I gave my life for the chance to be reborn in this era, a chance to see all my plans to completion. And now, to sustain the Lord of the Night, I will give my life once more.
I respect your decision, Mauvika. But this method requires
Yahual
sacrifice.
Tekatine is the last angel that we know of.
The flames of your life force are exceedingly strong. But a life sustained by fire is one destined to die out one day. What will you do then?
I've thought about that. With the Abyss out of the picture for now, the Sacred Flame's power will be consumed at a much slower rate.
My life force should be able to sustain it for another 200 or 300 years. Future Pyro Archons will continue to seek new sources of fire.
I mean, there's some phenomenal voice acting in this game,
As long as
I will
Natlan's
say.
legacy endures, the Night Kingdom will survive, impervious to the Abyss.
Again, and sometimes it'll sound like that, but again, I always put that on the voice directors more so than the actors. The actors do what they're told.
You
So.
place hope in the hands of the future.
But the pilgrimage can replenish the power of the sacred flame. We can give it that meaning. Why shoulder this burden by yourself?
Because I want the pilgrimage to change. The pilgrimage was an essential part of our struggle against the Abyss. A grand competition full of promise and glory. But it also chained our people to an inescapable destiny. Fear and anxiety have been our constant companions. We knew what the consequences would be if we laid down our arms. Morality left us with no other choice. And so, Natlan became the nation of war. This is where Xbalanque defeated the dragons and granted our people the liberation of their flesh.
No,
and now,
he defeated the dragons inside the volcano of Talan.
I have the chance to grant them the liberation of their spirit.
This city was built after he defeated the dragons.
There will be no war, only competition. One fueled by our dreams for the future, rather than a desperate struggle for survival. A new future deserves a new meaning.
Very noble indeed. But what in my eyes, Mauvika, you are not inherently special. A child of Natlan, yes. The situation is urgent.
I am.
And the ley lines
because
must
I'm right
be
and she's
restored
wrong.
right away. But it is too heavy a burden for you to shoulder alone.
That is where we differ, Lord of the Night. You see all humans as the same, but I understand what it means to be a leader.
Kiangozi.
A leader is swift and decisive in the face of reality, someone capable of making the right choice, sacrificing the remainder of my life to help Natlan overcome this crisis. After all, leadership is built on the trust of ordinary people. The people look to their leader to make the world a better place and stand up for them when it counts. For that reason, I must see my duty through to the very end.
But what about you, Mauvika? You still haven't talked about what you want. Is it that unimportant?
It's not important, Sitlal. There is nothing more important than protecting the future we built to...
It's hard to argue with her logic. She probably knew we would come up and prepared what to say in advance. Yeah, a human knows more lore than a Genshin character because I see it all from the outside, and I'm seeing all the Traveler's story and reading all the extra books and... let's see, it's time for Natlan to enter a new era. She wants to fulfill her duty as a leader, but she deserves to have a place in the future she built.
I shall accept Mauvika's sacrifice for the Lord of the Night as her death, and I will bear witness to the very end. Thus concludes the deal I made with Xbalanque several thousand years ago. Lord of the Night, you may now begin.
Renova is just a fascinating design.
What are you waiting for?
There is another who wishes to take part in the ceremony.
The captain.
And I cannot disregard their intentions.
Is the captain gonna die?
I must wait for them to arrive.
Another?
I was to bear witness to a death, and now the situation is increasingly tenuous.
If the life of this second individual fails to meet my requirements, I fear I may...
Rest assured, his life will hold equal value.
Yep.
I am the helper of humanity, and I must always place their demands first.
Cumbersome. But there is nothing to be done. Such is the duty of an angel.
Wait. This feeling...
We made it.
Yep. It's the captain, baby.
Thank you for showing me the way.
The captain?
The other individual you mentioned.
Indeed. Like you, he carries many lofty ideals.
Mauvika,
I understand how you feel. And if I were an ordinary mortal, I would have no reason to stop you. But like you, I've been waiting for this day for too long. And I can offer a better solution. You created this new future, and you deserve to guide its direction.
We better not lose the
Your life
captain.
should not end here, but death is the end I have been trying to reach all along. I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of the ley lines to my people.
So he's going to use his death to reshape the ley lines to accept the people of Conria.
Your people?
The souls I saw.
That's right. They have been with me for the past 500 years.
So yesterday, when we were talking about the captain, I hypothesized that he is like Hohenheim from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or Father, where he contains the souls of his people inside him. And I'm like, oh, that's the soul that was trying to escape with Guthred?
How? Carrying that many souls within you? There's no way you could keep your consciousness intact. Besides, you weren't affected by the source mechanism like I was.
Do you still remember the voice that you heard? It came from my heart. With the help of technology from Conria, my heart was modified to convert memories and souls from the ley lines into knowledge. As a result, I became extremely sensitive to souls, and developed the ability to sense their presence. After encountering countless lost souls during the disaster 500 years ago, I forsook the capacity for knowledge granted by the modification, and used my heart as a vessel instead.
God damn, Captain, you're so cool!
The lives of my comrades, as well as many Natlanese, have been stored here ever since.
And you want to send them home?
Yes. The ley lines will not accept them. But by merging my existence with the Lord of the Night, I can become master of the ley lines and change the rules entirely.
He expressed this to me, and I agreed. The captain envisions a kinder and fairer set of rules for humanity. In addition, he aims to challenge the authority of the ruler of death.
Because of the curse of immortality.
His goal is revenge.
Revenge?
After all, it's because of her that I bear the curse of immortality, the curse of absolute life.
Love it.
I now understand that which you see.
Then, bear witness to my resolve and hatred. The people of Conria committed grave sins. And for that, we were cursed to suffer endless physical torment. Cursed to witness the demise of everything we held dear. But most of us were innocent. Most of us knew nothing of the Five Sinners' exploitation of abyssal power. Myself included. If I sacrifice my life for the Lord of the Night, you get the death you desire. But, at the same time, the curse of immortality would negate the very death you seek. Left unresolved, that paradox could uproot the natural order of this world. Even you, great ruler of death, lack the capacity to bear the consequences of that outcome.
Oh, you can hear the scorn.
Your curse is now the tool with which I will overturn the oppression of the gods. This is my challenge to you. Forsake one of your rules. The choice is yours.
Do you accept the paradox, or do you strip his immortality?
Your new heart has limitless potential.
Ooh.
You have wielded it with bravery and
Who is
honor.
this?
I grant you the title of Sentinel Knight.
So this is Thrain the
Like the
Sentinel.
four pillars of strength, you will continue to safeguard the glory of Conria.
Who is this, Piero? Is it the
glory?
The Vinster King, maybe?
Our land. Our
If he has
dignity,
one eye, he's the Vinster King.
and every comrade who fights alongside us.
The Night Kingdom is almost destroyed. Our fallen soldiers, your comrades, they have nowhere to go.
Good bridge.
What are you doing? Are you taking all their souls with you? You're just an ordinary person. You can't bear that kind of burden.
All the field tillers are there too.
Hero should have to wander alone.
Captain, you're so cool.
The curse of immortality. Using immortality to fight death. Using my rules against me.
Make your choice. Reject your rules. Or allow me to trigger the paradox.
The curse of immortality must stand. Use it to fulfill your final wish.
I really want to see his face.
Well fought, my lord. Thank you for everything. This time, let's go together.
Yes. Let's go together.
So instead of breaking the curse of immortality, she let him do as he wanted and merge with the Lord of the Night. Am I understanding that correctly? I might have to rewatch that and reread some of that.
The captain, he...
The curse of immortality still exists. Does that mean the captain will never move from this place?
Lord of the Night, is the captain still with us?
There is no need to pursue traces of him. For those cursed with immortality, release from the mortal coil is the greatest form of peace.
Oh yeah, it's some Lord of the Rings BS.
Please, past his long journey has finally come to a close. I suppose this is a happy ending for him. I cannot imagine how much pain he endured over the past 500 years. Or how much strength it took to never stray from his goal.
There's something I've been trying to figure out. I don't think I ever saw him sleep. I tried to ask him about it on the way here, but he didn't answer.
It's probably due to the voices. When souls merge in a single being, their voices echo endlessly through souls that retain memories.
And if he has dozens of them,
often scream and wail in despair. Considering the number of souls inside him,
a maelstrom of misery and terror
would be even greater.
So, over the past 500 years, he didn't sleep? At all?
No wonder Dane's method of slowing the decay of his body didn't
Without
work for him.
experiencing the curse of immortality, we will never truly know his agony, but I can see why his hatred for the ruler of death was so strong. In the end, he used that immortality to his advantage, and granted the Lord of the Night eternal life by fusing his existence with
Got
hers.
it. Now I understand.
Well fought.
You may wonder why the Night Kingdom, a land of souls, was unable to... The reason lies in the heavenly principle's modifications to the ley lines. The original purpose was to help counter the Abyss.
Yep.
And so... But at one point in time, Natlan's ley lines were decimated.
During the
after
Dragon Wars.
reconstruction, the rules needed for the Ode of Resurrection made it impossible to reconnect the ley lines. That unique quality is precisely what drew the captain to Natlan.
Did he try the same thing in other nations?
Yes. But all those attempts ended in failure. He fought to save Natlan not only to defeat the Abyss, but because this is the only land where the souls within him could find salvation.
We know he ran into Varka while traveling somewhere before he came to Natlan.
We met not long ago to talk about that very possibility, and I confirmed the feasibility of his plan. I, too, recognized the need to change the rules of the ley lines. not only for the souls that wander this land. In the eyes of the heavenly principles, that kind of change is extremely risky, if not impermissible. But, as an angel, I have a duty to serve humanity. Such is my mandate.
Thank you for every...
See, Lolly, when I gave you the Pilgrim's Chronicle, how many years of life are enough? But now, I have the chance to live forever. I am immensely grateful to humanity for this gift.
You don't need to thank us.
Heavy. Farewell, humans. Creators of miracles.
Looks like she returned to the Night Kingdom.
So, this was he fought to the end for all those souls and challenged the rules of the world in the process.
So where is his consciousness is what I'm wondering. Where is his soul?
He was an outstanding warrior. He took on a burden that was meant for me and even brought about a better outcome. It would seem I lost this duel. He was right. Natlan needs a leader to guide its future. If not a successor, then that responsibility will... But for now, let us pay our final respects to this fallen hero.
Captain, you were such a baddie, and this probably means Captain's not going to be playable, which devastates me.
To my sister, Hine.
We're adding Captain to the same list as Senora.
I know all that remains in the Night Kingdom is your memory. But I still wanted to write a short letter to tell you about the situation after countless partings and farewells. The pilgrimage is still a popular tournament, but now its only purpose is to showcase the thrill of competition. Our cultural legacy is not rooted in our suffering. In this era of peace, Natlan's fire will burn brighter than ever. With the restoration of the Night Kingdom, our people are now free to leave our borders.
Oh,
and
wow,
many
that's
have
right.
set their sights on the wonders of Tibet. I'm sure many exciting and
So we're finally
eye-opening
going to see
adventures
Natlanese
await
people
them.
out and about.
And although our battle scars will fade, the stories of our heroes will never be forgotten. When a new you returns to this land one day, I know you'll recognize the significance of this war. The land we love has not been destroyed, but grows stronger by the
Helping
day.
rebuild the flower feather
I
clan.
will forever. And when the flames deliver this letter to... and not a moment too soon.
She
It's
recreated
time
the
to bid
photo
farewell to all the fallen.
on her desk that she sacrificed. That's what she was painting. Oh, that's actually really heartbreaking. Because she sacrificed the picture to help save us from the Night Kingdom in Act 2 of this chapter, or Chapter 2 of this Archon quest. So yeah, my constellations literally only take effect during the battle with a boss. That's...
Hey, is that part new? Hyman's never seen it before.
That is cool. We have the ancient obsidian name. Oh my god, that's such a cool...
We are gathered here today to bid
Human,
farewell to all who lost their lives in this war.
Yunkasaur, to Petlasaur, all human. Oh, is it the captain too?
This struggle has caused us profound pain and brought us face to face with loneliness and loss. But through it all, our bravery and resolve never wavered. Even the tiniest of sparks can unite. They lit our way forward when our homeland is revived and life blooms again. It is just as our poem described. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The fallen are never true. And as we create new legends and write new poems in honor of our beloved homeland, their deeds immortalized in our memory.
That's awesome.
And their names immortalized in stone. This epic will be remembered in the actions of every valiant warrior. I would also like to take the time to recognize a Fatui Harbinger, who
the question is, what's going to happen to
cause.
the Gnosis? I remember hearing rumors early in, towards the end of 4.8, early 5.0, that Columbina was going to be involved.
He was a warrior from Conria, who helped defend our nation 500 years ago. A man who used his own heart as refuge for the souls of the fallen. For the chance to offer them a final resting place. In the end, he fulfilled his wish and returned the souls to the ley lines. By turning his curse into a weapon, he defeated his fated foe and protected me. We have had our differences in the past, and I cannot say his character is representative of all in his organization, but on this occasion, we honor him.
Man, I really wanted the captain to be playable. But, you know, it's another bigger character, and that's the big downside of being locked into specific body type character models that Genshin is. You could have tall man or short man, but not tall, muscular man.
Strange. Why does no one care about my heroine?
I guess you helped that. Good job.
A compliment. Hey, why are you glaring?
Hey, did you hear? As long as we get
Yeah, it's because the ley lines have been restored.
That means we can finally see the outside world. I heard that Fontaine has a huge ocean.
I want to go to Liyue. The mountains are supposed to be super tall.
Kachina,
Sounds like the makings of a great
Lantern Rite is right
vacation.
around the corner.
Let's start
Lantern Rite
planning.
is in 20 days.
But first, we all promised we would go to the hot spring. My teacher once said the weight of fate is decided by the one who has to bear it. You helped Natlan. Now we just need...
When Guthred's soul possessed my body, all I saw was a dark abyss. The captain carried countless souls within him. For us, his death is something sad.
My lord.
Our hero's here. Is there something
Okay.
you want to discuss?
I got too close to Mauvika, but here we go. This is always the biggest part of the end of the acts. Us talking with Venti about Liyue. Us talking about Zhongli, about Inazuma. Us talking with Yaimiko about Sumeru. Because A was being... us talking with Nahida. Us talking with Nouvelette. Now this. About the stances of the heavenly principles and the shades. About the Ode of Resurrection somehow taking effect before victory. About Natlan's Gnosis. About the next stop on my journey, Shtiznaya. About the tribe my ancient name will belong to. About the stance of the
The
heavenly
forces of the
principles.
Abyss have always sought to corrode Tevat. The ley lines were created by the heavenly principles, and it's only with their protection that Tevat is able to nurture all forms of life.
I don't know. I believe we knew that life and Ermin's soul was created by the Primordial One of the Shades. So it stands to reason that the ley lines were their creation too.
If the Abyss had free reign, this world would become a living hell. We saw that for ourselves.
And remember, the first instance of the Abyss was during the Draconic War, or the Draconic War of Vengeance, when Nibelung, the Dragon King, discovered forbidden knowledge, used it as a weapon, and that led to invaders, which is the very first instance of abyssal creatures coming into the world, and the invaders were fought off by the angels.
Any attempt by humanity to harness the power of the Abyss is met with swift punishment. The Heavenly Principles and the Shades show no mercy in that regard. That unyielding approach is also the source of great sorrow and hatred. The situation goes beyond a simple discussion of perhaps the truth will reveal its...
About the Ode to Resurrection taking effect before victory.
Isn't the Ode of Resurrection didn't take effect at all. Your own strength is what allowed you to keep fighting. Still, moral support is also unimportant if under a
Okay, Natlan's Gnosis.
The captain's subordinates sent us a letter he left behind. After our duel at the stadium, he asked the Tsaritsa to remove him from the responsibility of obtaining the Gnosis, and his request was granted. The captain respected the outcome of that match and refused to violate his principles. But, since this is the final Gnosis, I doubt that Tsaritsa will let the situation stand. Perhaps a replacement Harbinger will be sent here soon.
Let's do this one first.
Huh? Tribe? Oh, you're thinking along the lines of how the name... In truth, apart from a few ancient names associated with a certain tribal culture or tradition, most ancient names can be inherited by anyone.
Probably like Kiangozi.
Your name likely falls under that category. The Wyab will select someone who shares your character and name them as your... Of course, that won't happen for a very long time. A direct conflict with the Fatui is unavoidable the moment you step foot in Snezhnaya, so make sure you're ready for any scenario. On a related note, I've acquired some new intel about the fragment that...
Yes!
Such fragments are known as Ancient Moon's remnants. Relics of secret source technology from the era of the ancient dragons. Coincidentally, a small squad of Fatui infiltrated our borders around the same time it appeared.
Ancient Moon remnants. Relics of secret source technology from the era of the ancient dragons. We know that the Moons were a trio of sisters. Arya, Sonnet, and I forget the third one. And they lived in the Moon Palace and drove the Moon Chariot. They fought to the death around the time of the War of Vengeance.
Our investigation revealed them to be the subordinates of the Doctor. Their stronghold is in Nod Krai, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya.
Between... Yep.
The people there can use a very special power. It's said that this mysterious power predates even the 7 elements of Tevat. Ancient Moon's remnants, the Doctor, a mysterious power. The project that connects all 3 must be ambitious indeed.
So our next stop before Snezhnaya is Nod Krai, which is technically not belonging to any of the 7 nations, or is it like an extension of Snezhnaya? And the Doctor knows about the false moon if he's studying the ancient moon remnants. And they have a power that comes from before the 7 elements. It can't be Kemia, because Kemia came after. Abyssal power came before, and Phlogiston came before. And Phlogiston was, in its true form, was used as energy.
The long journey of the Pyro Archon has now, as we celebrate your glory, thank you for the respect. You can keep chatting with your friends nearby.
Okay, if something like this happens...
Ah, our hero's here. As we celebrate your... Thank you for the respect. You can keep chatting.
I knew about the captain's immense strength, but I never, no matter how prejudiced.
The stories of heroes will continue to be. If Natlan faces a crisis, we've earned our place in.
Ad filios subare dona eis requiem. Sing your final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. This monument commemorates the 2,058 brave soldiers who gave their lives in the war of Natlan. And alien tears will fill for them, pity's longing for their names.
Just like the Archon said, we will never forget your contribution.
When I was little, my father told me about Thrain, the Sentinel Knight, an outlander who once fought alongside the... He was brave, fearless. I never thought that, in my lifetime, another outlander would fight to save this land.
Well...
Or that I would get the chance to fight by their side.
Funny story about Thrain the Sentinel Knight. That's everyone, right? Oh no, we didn't get Chaska.
After you got back, you mentioned you saw Koichi in the Night Kingdom. So, she helped you then?
She brought a lot of Saurians and helped get through a tricky part of the kingdom. There's still time to see her in your dreams.
It's alright. She's probably sick of... Still. Thank you for telling me.
Okay, so that's all... So now overlooking... That's the main area where we always land. Right? Or no, it's over there. So we're directly opposite. It's over there. So that is the main tower from which we did everything, like where we first came to the city, so on and so forth. Move down here to the other side.
What are you thinking about, Traveler? Oh, the battle.
Sing your final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. Let's leave this for them. The crown? The crown. I thought it would be too cool if we would get to keep a crown. Embark on new adventures. The map's been permanently changed. The Throne of Primal Fire the throne once sat upon by Xbalanque and Ochkan. Will he just forever be here? Because that's... With a blade of eternal ice. Oh, man. You know what? Now? I was hoping to get to 480. So, wait, all that time, and it doesn't do anything in regular, it just deals AoE pyro damage? Kind of? Just find some enemies. I need some enemy to fight. Any enemy will do. Oh, yeah. Here's some people.
Don't come on! Show your courage!
So I literally just pulse with a ring of fire for a few seconds. Oh, that's such a crappy ability.
Out of the way or get blown away!
And it's done already. My basic attack does more damage than that. It doesn't draw...
Out of the way or get blown away!
How brilliant!
Leave me alone and don't make me.
Oh, that's so middling. We waited. They made us wait 3 patches for that. Oh, that's so lame. Why? Like, the shooting fire ability in the thing was cool, and it wasn't insanely overpowered. It was kind of weak as hell. The running joke that every version of the Traveler sucks. All of her constellations can only be used in one fight. That's so dumb. When used, I gain 42 Night Soul points and enter the Blessing state. Summoning a Blazing Threshold. It doesn't change how long it lasts. Unleash fire. Continuously consumes Night Soul points. The Traveler's Night Soul Blessing state lasts 12 seconds at maximum. And when their Night Soul points are exhausted, the state will end. If the elemental skill is used again while active, the Traveler's Night Soul points will be reset to 42. Disappear. Condense the flame into a mark, dealing Night Soul allied AoE pyro damage to opponents up ahead. Within the next 4 seconds, Traveler restores 7 Night Soul points per second. Oh, that's so... lame. Kids from every nation.
Story!
Every tribe.
Story! I want to hear a story! Come on!
I gotta...
Tell us! Tell us!
Well, you kids don't miss a beat, do you? All right. You can be the first audience for this new tale. Let me know what you think. Now, where to begin?
Want to stop and listen to the story? Sounds pretty fun!
Do you think Pyro Traveler will be a top tier unit? How good can we expect the Pyro Traveler to be? They're really hyping it up. Of course, Pyro Traveler. Of course Pyro Traveler is finally here. And surely he can't be worse than the Hydro Traveler. Both.
This is a story of the great heroes of our time. There are 3 great heroes at the center of this tale. The first is an outlander known as the Traveler, a warrior of great strength, completely immune to the power of the Abyss. More importantly, the Traveler is kind and brave, someone who treasures those around her. You could call her a natural-born hero.
Yeah, she's super strong! Tell us more!
Hey, just let him finish the story!
The man telling the story keeps looking this way, Traveler. Paimon thinks he recognizes you.
We've made a name for ourselves in Natlan.
The second hero is also an outlander many years ago. He forged a connection with this land and used his body as a vessel. His goal was to give them a home. And the third hero is none other than our current Archon. Not only is she a powerful and respected figure, but she also commands the power of the Ode of Resurrection, which can bring people back from the dead. With the support of 6 heroes from 500 years ago, she united Natlan against a dangerous foe. Now, this story truly begins with the arrival of the Traveler in Natlan.
I like how the Children of the Echo one is just wearing a little helmet.
Under her guidance, Kachina performed exceptionally well in the pilgrimage and earned her chance at the Night Warden Wars.
Tell him the whole story.
Suddenly, the sky turned dark. The sacred flame went out, and Gasoithoth appeared. Everyone gathered at the stadium and sang the Ode of Resurrection together to send their support to the furthest corner of the Night Kingdom. Hermione became known by all, and everyone began reciting the words that defined its message. In the beginning, there was darkness, until someone set themselves aflame.
That's the
Only
message
then
of the...
did the universe know light.
Yeah, I'm reading...
The dust has now settled, and Natlan has entered a new era of peace. The Traveler fought for life. The Captain fought for death. And our Archon, Mauvika, created a bridge between them.
Wow! Is there more? Please don't let that be the end!
Sounds like you like this one. Tell you what, give me some time, and I'll write it all out in even greater detail.
I loved it! This is the best story
Pyro.
ever! Yeah, and Tumaini is the coolest ancient name.
Need
I get to
Jalonin.
be Tumaini today, okay guys?
Hey, it's supposed to be my turn! No, it's my turn!
No, it's my turn! I get to be Tumaini today! So, no one wants to be the Pyro Archon anymore?
Ha! Suck it, Mauvika.
Sounds fun! What do you say, Traveler? Wanna let Paimon be? Alrighty then!
I'll be Paimon.
Let's go, Paimon! A new adventure awaits!
Incandescent Ode to Resurrection. Let's grab that. One thing you like is my stream almost daily. That's the goal. Her soul is noble and pure. Hero is just her starting point. This is what all of them said about us. I admire her wisdom. Now she always lives in the moment. Thank you for the respect, understanding, support every step of the way. Rawr! I liked the old setup better. Well. Skipping some streams, because there's probably some games I'll probably never play, but still don't want to spoil. Hey, that's fair. I was very lucky. I got a lot of really great games right towards the end there. And you know what? In the beginning, too. A lot of the games I played during this year's Games Miss were phenomenal. I really lucked out. Okay, so we got another one of these. What the heck are these? Character level up material. We still don't know who or what for. Let's claim those 500. We still gotta do Mauvika's story quest. And Sitlali's story quest. Oh no, that's the final part of the Master of the Nightwind. So on my next stream, I'll do these two. Let's just unlock it. So I can claim a new key. I have not played Dragon's Dogma 2, but I actually watched a friend play a bit of it. But it was near launch. And the launch was very rough. I played the original Dragon's Dogma, and I really liked it. Maybe I'll check in on Dragon's Dogma 2. I have not tried it yet myself, but I have watched maybe about the first. I was over the first, maybe the first 3-4 hours of the game. Alright, so the next time we stream, we're gonna do Act 3 of Sitlali and the story quest from Mauvika. Complete this quest to unlock repertoire of Myriad Melodies song performance, which is the new Sometimes I can agree with that. If the world is fun to explore and the writing is sharp and the dialogue and all that, I never mind looking for quests, looking for stuff to do. We're not gonna get it. But let's do a pull on the weapon banner. Sometimes you don't know if it's a main quest or a side quest. Yeah. So you know what I want to do now, though? I want to do 2 more things. First and foremost, Temple of Pax. Let's turn in my 478 pyro sigils. So that would get me 1, 10, 300, 330, 360, 390. 420, 450. So it would get me up to level 35. Which would include the next key. Right, the key is at every 8th level. No, I'll keep saving it. And do a big dump eventually. Alright, so you know what I actually want the last thing to be? This. Alright, let's switch. Let's stick with Pyro Traveler.
The campaign begins.
And just do an easier version. I just want to see what this fight is like when we actually get to fight and it's not story-based. The Lord of Eroded Primal Fire.
You are but another fool.
Illusion shattered! Shower me with praise! All hail!
See, like, that's just so much fun.
Let the world collide!
The inevitable!
This world shall perish, and its ashes will fall like rain!
That's kind of crazy sick.
The show begins!
No touching! Torn to oblivion! Access denied. This is long overdue.
Come, join me in the eternal night!
These are some cool new moves.
I can release you from your suffering!
I do like how it just zoning doesn't seem to work. How he's far more mobile than previous bosses, which I always feel you could always cheese bosses by just staying back.
No touching!
Hear the voice.
Eroded Sunfire. The ring-shaped flame burns at the beginning. In the deepest, darkest of nights, the master of the flame emulated the sun, thus supplanting the light of the starry sky. Though the flame's glow has been halfway corroded, it still reflects the world of old in its glory. So was there no sun in the old world, and it was the Pyro Sovereign who was the light of the world? That's why he's called the Flame Lord? That's possible. Yeah, you think you could solo it? Solo leveling over here? Once the site of the throne that belonged to the first Pyro Archon Jubilanque, this is where he borrowed the ruler of Death's power to establish Natlan's rules. 1,000 years have now passed, and in its place another human hero has frozen life and death, here forever to remain. You can offer up Blazing Flintor! You've already sold them all? Yeah? Yeah? I have several Blazing Flintors. I have 5 out of the 6. A noble figure coats the sun with frost, but 2 eras grant salvation to Natlan not once but twice. Building up your tribal reputation will grant you reward the Blazing Flintor, which can improve the traveler's pyro abilities. The first flint lights up the distant past. And in the land of journey's beginning, we call it home. The way back may be no more, yet when you and I embrace the night pure as mirror, it remains. Forever it shall stay. The second flint. It was a little sarcastic, I'll admit. I'm a bit sarcastic and saucy, so that's to be expected. The second flint lights up the juncture of setting forth, and the day the journey began, we call it farewell. In its departure, the unchanging world betrays us. The third flint lights up a daytime of celebration, and the moment when hearts are opened up, we call this friendship. The journey is far from a solitary trial, not only the winds, but human hearts too. The fourth flint lights up the tempestuous night of rain-soaked despair, and a sea of anguishing descent, we call it failure. Fighting against the rising tide, a little boat is very nearly submerged. The fifth flint lights up the days of pushing onward. As tall towers are built, we call it determination. Did I literally light a fire above the captain's head? Okay. New ability unlocked. When Blazing Threshold are active, I deal 6% increased damage. Two. Every 12 seconds, after triggering pyro-related reaction on an opponent. Again, it feels like she's just pyro support. Increase the level of the flow fire blade by 3. So this is what the typical constellations are. So these are extra constellations. So they have a special ability against the Lord of Primal Fire. I don't care about that. That's... no. This. Will your normal charge attack send waves of fire flowing towards the opponent, doing 96% of attack to opponents. That's the only thing I care about, and it's the only decent skill that I really like as a Traveler main. Pyro Traveler sucks. What a real and genuine bummer. Alright. I still gotta finish exploring Quahog Cliff. Natlan's done. Alright. I'll probably... play around with the Pyro Traveler and see if I can find a decent team comp for her. But seriously, her ability seems just like a massively inferior version to Mauvika's secondary form. Mauvika's non-motorcycle form. You know? It's done. It also just flies by. feel like that boss is pretty cool. I like that it's way more mobile than all previous bosses. And it feels like just staying out of its reach and sniping it from afar. Like Ajaha, like Signora, isn't really an applicable strategy to this boss. Well, I think that's what I'm going to call our Genshin game for now. Like I said, I'm going to be back maybe later this week or maybe early next week to finish the 2 additional story quests, world quests, Mauvika's story and the Tribe Masters of the Nightwind Part 3. So I'll be back with those. Hopefully by then I'll have a better handle on Pyro Traveler. And just won't be as incredibly disappointed as I am. I thought overall Natlan's story was fine. I really liked the captain's bit at the end. And I thought the cutscenes were beautiful. But I feel like the story was lacking. It just didn't hit for me, Natlan's story. I liked a lot of the characters. I don't know, I feel like this was built up, this big plunge into the abyss, and it just didn't feel phenomenal. You know? I feel like we didn't learn enough about what Gasoithoth was, what's going on with Renova. I feel like a lot of that was just kind of glanced over. I would have really liked to learn a bit more about all of this. So from a lore perspective, it was a little bit of a bummer. From a gameplay perspective and a narrative perspective, it was fine. That last boss fight was fine. I think this was a disappointing patch. Which is kind of a bummer note to go out of Natlan's main story on, you know? From what I've seen, the response to Natlan has not been amazing. Genshin is apparently down a good deal of, they're down like 30% in terms of like, transactions. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll, hopefully, Mauvika's story quest is really good. Everything about Mauvika has been great. All of her relationship with Hine, and her story I really liked so far. Again, I really liked the bit with the captain. I was really bummed the Traveler was not voiced for that entire bit. And I feel like of all the characters, like people talk about the only Hoyoverse game I don't play is Honkai Star Rail. But even going back to all the stuff I hear about Honkai's protagonist, and all the stuff I hear about the main characters like from Honkai Third Impact and stuff, it feels like the Traveler is just weak on every level compared to all these other characters who are constantly getting stronger and cooler, and the Traveler doesn't. And that's a real and genuine bummer. I don't know. I'm in a bit of a funk thinking about this. I'm going to go take a break for a few minutes. When I come back, let's say 8:30 Eastern Time, I am going to finish my playthrough of Life is Strange Double Exposure. We have one final episode in that game to play through. And I'm really genuinely enjoying that story. That story's been a lot of fun. I'm surprised it didn't get more recognition. Because I'm really enjoying Life is Strange. I think... Yeah, so I'll be posting on my Twitter schedule when I'm going to be back playing more Genshin. Alright, so that's it for this. Nunu, Gliding, and Herb, thank you so much for joining me, chatting with me. Yeah, we'll be back with more Genshin next week. And then we'll be back in 20 days. Very big with the Lantern Rite. I'm very excited for this year's Lantern Rite. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out, so I'm excited to see what we got. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year. May your gaming be great. And until next time, stay awesome. Peace.